Good morning, students. The topic of the day is error correction. Before we start with the topic, all of you take module 7 from your BBC book and open it to page 352. Let me first introduce you what the topic is about. Error correction is actually a short text given with an error in each line against which a blank is given. In order to solve this question, you must be familiar with all parts of speech. Parts of speech refers to nouns, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, etc. These topics you have been doing from classes 1 to 5. You don't have to do much and task your mind too much to solve this part or to learn this part of BBC. Actually, the error may be related to any part of speech in a sentence. All you need to know the parts of speech. You must be familiar with all the parts of speech. Further, as I will give you explanation as to how to go on with solving this or working on this topic, you will understand and will be able to make out how to carry on and prepare yourself with this particular topic. To begin with, let's focus on the rules or the remember points that are given here. Read the passage carefully. So first of all, read the passage carefully. This includes reading the passage without the intention of finding any error in that, so that you know in which tense the passage is. See if it is appropriate to the context. It means whether you're talking about the present fact or something that was related to the past. For this, you need to read the passage as it is. The third rule says look for errors in nouns, their numbers. Number refers to singular or plural. Pronouns, verb forms, degrees of adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, determiners, etc. When we talk of verb forms, please keep in mind, in most cases, a singular subject takes a singular verb. That means you have to take care, are we talking about or is the passage about a subject that is singular or plural. Further, a plural subject takes a plural verb. Before you start with the exercise part or the question related to error correction, you must read these points once again or rewind the video and see it once again. Let's take up the first passage on this topic. First and the foremost rule or remember point was read the passage carefully. So we'll read the passage first. Owls spends most of their time in the dark and has an acute sense of hearing. They can detect their prey just by hear them move in complete darkness. Owls have 2 ears, one on neither side of a head. They also have a dish-like structure at the face, what is made up of feathers. Now I guess many of you must be able to detect the errors in the given passage. But as you people are doing the topic for the first time, I'll deal in detail what the error is and which part of speech it is related to. You can follow the same steps when you solve the passage, any such passage on your own, or you may simply give a reading to the passage, mark the word which you feel is wrong, and then go for the correction. However, there's a way of attempting this question. You all can see the lines marked below every question. I have divided it into two parts. And if you notice, A, B, C, D order is written with every line in your question. We will mention this A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H order for our answers as well. Along with this A, B, C, D order, we have to mention one side error and the other side correction. Again, for E, F, G, H parts, again you will mention error and correction. Let's read the passage again. Now, line wise, not sentence wise, line wise. Owls spends most of their time in the... Now here I can notice an error related to verb. Spends. So the way I'll write the answer is, for A part, spends is my error. So spends will change to spend. Look at the way how to write the answer. Let's go with the second line. But before we go for the B part of the error, we'll start from the first sentence, or you can say the previous sentence. Owls spend, now read it with a correction. Owls spend most of their, see the use of word there, T-H-E-I-R, and T-H-E-R-E is for place, T-H-E-I-R is for living beings. Owls spend most of their time in the dark and has. Now my subject is owls. Owls being plural will take a plural verb. So again the error is related to verb. So how will you write it? For B part, has will be or should be have. Once again, we'll read the paragraph from the beginning. Make it a point to read it always from the beginning, including the corrections. Owls spend most of their time in the dark and have an acute sense of hearing. They can detect their prey just. Now look at the word there. This is wrong. T-H-E-R-E should be T-H-E-I-R. Now children, I always advise to read the paragraph again and again from the beginning to the part for which you have to find the error. If you feel it is time consuming, you can always start with the previous sentence or the previous line. Let's go for the D part. They can detect their prey just by hear them. Now I'm stuck up here. Here should be hearing. By is always followed by an ing verb. I'll start with C part again. They can detect their prey just by hearing them move in complete darkness. Owls have 2 ears, one on neither side. Now neither means none of the two sides, but we know where are the ears placed. Owls have 2 ears, one on, neither should be. This is an error of conjunction. Neither should be either. Neither should be either. Now next part. Owls have 2 years. Now for this part, I'm starting from the E part. I'm not reading the entire paragraph again because I have a beginning of a sentence here itself. Owls have 2 ears, one on either side of a head. Now this should be the, because we are talking about their head. So it has become a particular noun. It should take the head. They also have a dish-like structure at the face. Now, if you read again, they also have a dish-like structure at the face. Never a thing is at the face. It is always on the face. So, my G error is at and correction is on. They also have a dish-like structure on the face. What is made up of feathers? We are talking about face, and face should take a word that. It is a correction of pronoun. What is the error for the H part? And the correction will be that. That can also be replaced by a word which. Both will be correct here. In case you find two corrections are there, for one particular error, you may put a slash, but mind one thing, that if the error is of a verb, correction will also be of verb only. If the error is of a noun, correction will also will be of a noun. Now children, before you take up the homework, that is passage 2 and 3, I would like all of you to read the instructions part again and go through the first error correction question once again. Only after you read it, you will take up question number 2 and 3. You may also listen to the video, or you may read what you have marked and written on this page. Let's get started. India is home to many great men and. Now without reading it further, I can make out we are talking about many, and the word used in the sentence is man. So underline man. And women. Sardar Patel was once amongst. Underline the word once. Once amongst them. Known as the Iron Man of India. Underline no. Vallabh is born on 21st October 1875 in a farmer's family. We are talking about 1875 and the verb used is. So error is of a verb, underline is. Farmer's family at Nadiad on Gujarat. Nadiad is a place which is located in Gujarat. So the error is of a preposition, that is on. He inherited. Inherited means to take from parents. To take from parents, by default you can say, because you have your elders there and you are their children. So something which you get naturally from your parents is known as inherited. He inherited patriotism from her father. We are talking about Vallabhbhai Patel, and the word used for the person is her. He is a male. So error is of a pronoun, that is her. He inherited patriotism from her father, whom had served in the army. Error is of the pronoun whom. Army of the Rani of Jhansi and fought against a British. Here, British refers to the people who ruled our country for many years. So, it refers to, it's a word which refers to all the people living in Britain. So the error is of article there, underline A. Now children, as you are beginning with this topic for the first time, so I have underlined all the errors. All you have to do is to make a proper table like this. On both the sides, mark them as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Then put error and correction as the heading and look for the correct word for the errors marked. Now let's come to question number 3. Let's take question number 3. A small town named Pahalgam is located in the valley of Kashmir. If we read this again, though I prefer reading till full stop, but I am able to locate the error only by reading A and B parts. So we'll start like this. Ideal is to read the sentence till full stop, or to give a reading, complete reading, without the intention of finding an error. If you come across an error, then mark it with a pencil before putting up it in the form of final answer. So let's start. A small town named Pahalgam, here the error is in the word name, is located in the valley of. Now this is OFF. It is an error of preposition underline OFF. Kashmir, about the 100 kilometers from. Error is of the article the. From Srinagar. The town was about 7,000 feet. Now this town Pahalgam is still there. So the error is of verb, that is was, is wrongly used here. The town was about 7,000 feet above sea level. It appeared as an earthly. It is still there, and if you see and read this sentence E again, it appear. Here the error is of the verb appear. It appear as an earthly paradise for tourists but travelers. It's a paradise, it's a place to be visited, you can say, or it's an exceptionally beautiful place for tourists but travelers. Error is of the conjunction but. Now children, I have told you all the errors, made you mark. For taking up the homework, you will, as I told you before also, you will make proper column, mark them as A, B, C, D, give the heading error and correction on both the sides of the column, and then look for the correct answer for the word that has been marked by you. I'll be sending the answers in my next PDF. Be sincere towards your work, and please do this work without taking help from anyone. Just try, you'll be confident when you get the correct answers. And when you get the correct answers, you will simply put tick and cross if or if not your answer matches with mine, and write the correction somewhere there itself, below the lines or above the lines. Thank you children. Have a nice day.